form of denial. Delay is the deadliest form of denial. Toastmaster Vivek Mudra.
Imagine it's a Tuesday night. You are panicking, heart racing, and hand shivering. The speech for the Toastmasters Club meeting is due next day and you're still not ready. You're sitting right in front of your computer, wishing you hadn't waited until the last moment. Now you realize that if you had just written the speech when it was assigned, you would have avoided this stress. Next thing you know, now it's time to go to bed. Still, you have got no ideas brainstormed, no words typed, and no speech written. Robert Collier once said, if you procrastinate when faced with a big difficult problem, then it's advisable to break the problem into parts and handle each part at a time. Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I'm sure we have all procrastinated at some time or the other, and I most definitely have. Teenagers normally procrastinate with their projects, homework, permission forms, and their assignments. Some adults like us, we also procrastinate for finishing off any office tasks, deadlines, or even going out to a shopping mall for fetching gifts for our personal use. Believe it or not, there is a positive form of procrastination as well. And there is a difference between an active procrastination and a passive procrastination. Passive procrastination is a very poor way of putting off the work. It's when you put something off, but you don't replace it with any useful task. What often happens to a passive procrastinator is they put it off, they worry about it, and then they struggle to finish their tasks on time. Now here I would like to give an example of my elder son, who always struggles to finish his homework, his assignments, his projects, and even he's not ready for his semesters. Now this leads to an increase in stress level, both in him as well as we as his parents. Now active procrastination is when you're fully aware that you have something urgent to do, but you know the task which you are currently doing is much more important and is going to pay you off in the long run. I would like to mention that I am an active procrastinator. I believe in prioritizing my tasks. I tend to work best under pressure, and I tend to delay certain tasks knowing fully well that if I delay, I'll be able to do it better. Hence, my stress level is lower than my elder son. Now, over a period of time, we have understood the reason for the passive procrastination of our son. This is mainly due to his fear of failure, lack of time management, lack of motivation, lack of desire. Now, this causes him to put it off his tasks or not do it at all. If he is not confident, he would rather not execute the project at all. Now, this leads to a feeling of guilt, inadequacy, fear, self-doubt in him. At a later stage, it can also lead to depression because he might begin to feel he's incompetent. We are working towards making our son overcome his passive procrastination by helping him create a list of priorities, determining which tasks he needs to complete first, based on the deadlines and the importance of each task. We are trying to instill a sense of confidence in him so he doesn't feel inferior when he's faced with a difficult task. making him realize that the approach should be not to say, I should have a day before it's due, but to say, I will and I shall do it a week before it's due. Hence, if we decrease the amount of procrastination in us, we can avoid feeling stressed or rushed at the last minute, and we can always become better at what we are doing. Hence, we need to start early, brainstorm, research, so that we can complete our tasks within the deadline. Now, procrastination is unnecessary unless someone works best under pressure with an adrenaline rush. One needs to do his assignments on time to avoid panic. Do it early unless you have something better things to do. Do it on time to avoid feeling stressed. Do it to thank yourself at a later time for being proactive. As Charles Dickens has rightly said, my advice is never to do things tomorrow. What you can do it today. The procrastination is a thief of time. Thank you.